Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we got to talk about assets that pay us and how, of course, credit, real estate, stocks, crypto, gold, silver, precious metals. It's all on the table, ladies and gentlemen. Anything you want to talk about, as usual, and welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, and thank you once again for being here to the Stop Struggling Now Friday Night Live. I appreciate it. And again, tonight, as you know, every live stream, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but tonight I'm going to start it off with assets pay us, and a lot of people are unclear as to what an asset is. So I'll give you what isn't an asset. For instance, when you go down and buy a car to use for personal use, that is not an asset. It goes down in value, and you're paying for it if you have a loan. That means it's not an asset unless it's bringing us money in. So now if I turn around and put it on, let's say Turo or another rental car type of platform, and I'm making money from it, I just now have turned that vehicle into an asset because it's making money for us. All right? The same with real estate. If you live in a house, you're paying for it. If there's real estate that is putting money in your pocket, that means it's an asset. So hopefully you guys understand what we're talking about here. And that's the main thing. But of course, first, let me see who's in the house. We have Charlene's in the house. Nice. Hey, welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And I love the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for your support. Victor Marrero's in the house with his usual let's do this. Welcome to the Friday night stream, Victor Marrero. I appreciate you being here, and also with the icon next to your name. Thank you so much. Juvie Lover's in the house. Welcome. What's up, SSN fam? Juvie Lover, thank you so much for being here on Friday Night Live stream, the SSN Nation live stream, and also with the icon next to your name. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Moses Tillman, SSN fam, let's get it. Welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being in the house as well. I humbly appreciate everyone with the icons next to their name. That means they're a member of the channel. Thank you so much for your support and continued support. Andreen Miller's in the house. Hi, Eric and the SSN family. Thank you so much, Andreen Miller, for being here on the Friday Night Live stream. And once again, SSN Nation is in the house. And we got to talk about these assets because some of you just take this stuff for granted because you're busy working 9 to 5, 10 to 5, 8 to 3, whatever, and you're not concentrating on gathering up some assets. You're thinking, well, sometimes money might be tight, especially in these days with layoffs and sicknesses and things like that. But you have to always start thinking about, especially right now in 2021 and beyond, you got to figure out these streams of income, these assets that are going to be paying you. Because when things go up in value, assets that we're going to talk about, credit, real estate, stock, crypto, gold, when they start going up in value, you get appreciation that you don't have to work for. So it's always best if you get appreciation plus it's an asset. So hear what I'm saying. So credit is an asset, for instance. The reason why I say credit's an asset is because you can use it to obtain assets. So therefore, that is something that you can get. And then once you have a great credit rating or even good, then you can buy other assets. So that is why credit is on the list. All right. So those are the things you got to think about. Use leverage. That is very important. So when you have real estate, for instance, the same with credit. If I have good credit, I can borrow money to buy assets. If I buy real estate and the real estate prices go up, I can borrow against my real estate to buy more assets. If I have stocks and they go up, I can borrow, which is called margin, which I don't recommend you do, but either I can take my profit off the table. Again, prices went up, so I can use the profit to buy more. Same with crypto and stocks. They're similar. Gold, silver, and precious metals, a little different thing because you're holding it physically. So then you're going to have to turn that into fiat dollar bill money, and then you can buy it. But either way, this is how you operate assets, and you want to leverage yourself if you can. All right? And here we go. Victor Marrero, assets versus liabilities. Exactly. That's what we're talking about, because we got to have assets to pay us, ladies and gentlemen. And you got to be down with that program. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind. You've heard me talk about this all year long. All right. If you guys missed the video that I dropped today, if you're interested in no credit, no qualifying real estate, then you might want to consider pre-construction condos, villas, homes, real estate. Because no matter where you are on the planet, pretty much, you can get 10% down, 20% down, and there will be no credit, no qualifying. So there's no excuse. You'd be able to get assets. All right. I dropped a video today with the Panorama Punta Cana, or Panorama Gardens is what it's officially called, in Vista Cana. I dropped the purchase contract so you guys can see nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be scared of. All you need is the down payment and the monthly payments. They're not checking credit. You qualify. You just have to pick which unit you want. And if you want to take the chance, because all investments are a risk, if you want to take a risk, then go for it. Victor Marrero, he's also in Punta Cana, and last week and this week he reported, and he'll probably reiterate it because I didn't look for that article, but he was saying there's already reservations that are outpacing the record number of tourists, 6.5 million tourists. 2022, he says, I believe it was, he may correct me, but 2022, they're already outpacing reservations for real estate there, hotels. All right. Now, if they're outpacing 6.5 million tourists a year coming into Dominican Republic already, you can imagine when this thing goes wide open, where there is no COVID testing or any COVID holdups, people can come and go as they please. That means this is going to be very, very significant. And supply and demand works on assets. That's how all assets work. Just like right now, real estate, homes, they have increased in prices over the last year, regardless of all the people being laid off. Why? Because supply and demand. There are less homes available for sale, and people are trying to take advantage of the low interest rates, at least before they were even lower. They're still low. So people are trying to take advantage of this, but they can't find the home of their dreams or the ones they like. So this is why multiple bids on a home increases the price. The same thing that works in real estate that I'm referring to works in the stock, crypto, and gold markets. As soon as you have more people wanting to buy stocks, crypto, and gold, the price is going to go up. This all works out. In fact, all of you guys know what happened. Oil, for instance. It could be an asset, but oil is an asset for the company selling it. So when they had that pipeline that went down due to the hackers, they immediately raised the prices on gas. All right. So again, supply, because more people needed the gas because they were afraid there wasn't going to be any the next day or the couple of days later. So everybody's rushing to the pumps, pouring in extra in the cans, containers, whatever they could get their hands on, causing a supply situation, and the prices have to go up. All right. Those are assets, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see what we got here. Moses Tillman, assets over liabilities as well. Checking in. Good evening. Tanisha Lyles is in the house. Welcome to the Friday Night Live. SSN fam in the house with the icon next to her name, and Miss Price is Right is here. The only person that I know that can pick 5 numbers in a row on the price of a car, and the car was not priced $25,599. Incredible. DR paper today. Boom of reservations to the DR through Expedia. Reservations to the Caribbean country already exceed 153% compared to the volume in 2018. The DR's record year in tourist arrivals. Yes, Victor Marrero, this is what I love to hear. In case, again, people did not hear the beginning, 6.5 million tourists visit Dominican Republic in 2018. I think it was 2017, but let's say it was 2018. That's the last. That might have been 2018. This right here means 153% more. If this is correct, 153% more means 1.5. That would be incredible. That would be like 15 million people going at 153. If they meant 53%, then that would add half of 6.5, which is 3.7. That would mean it's roughly 10 million on pace. Ladies and gentlemen, if this reporting of 153% holds up over the course of a year, now more than ever, I was already bullish on Dominican Republic real estate simply because of the no credit needed, no qualifying needed. All you needed was basically, in most instances, 10% down, and then you pay monthly for about 24 months, 20 months, 24 months, 30 months. So that made it an easy down payment for you, and then you can qualify later for your loan to value loan that you're going to get. So this is very, very exciting, and that means Victor Marrero's property, which is already on a high-end location, he's going to be able to charge more. The video I dropped today, I put in something I received from Johan. In case you guys haven't watched it, ask Johan. He's a real estate lawyer in the Dominican Republic. You can search the channel for real estate questions in the Punta Cana, Dominican Republic area are being answered. He sent me that video. So that's why I posted it up today. In the beginning of that video, a little bit different. And that shows the progress at my location, or one of them, at Vista Cana, which is where the Panorama Punta Cana property is. And that is what it's looking like now. Much different from just 4 or 5 months back. So you see everybody's marking up their territory where they're putting their pre-construction condos or villas. So it's an awesome situation. And this right here just makes it all the more bullish. DR tourist arrival increases 9% so far in May in relation to April. 185K tourists in 30 days. Wow. Well then, this isn't even prime time either. This is like this is low season actually. May, what is it? May, June is kind of like mid, and then July, August, September is kind of like, low season is now. Mid season is supposedly June, July, August. Then low season again is like September, October, November, and then prime time, I'm assuming, is December, January, February. And apparently March and April now could be included if we go by anything that happened this year. But again, this year is an anomaly. So we don't know if April's going to be that low season or if April could actually go into prime time. But if you can get January, February, March, April, 4 months, and you can get December, the end of December being almost 5 months. If you can get 5 months of prime time rentals, this is going to be awesome. And if this holds up, where they're doing this over year is understandable, a 10% increase, 185 tourists in 30 days, 185 per month, that still keeps us under the 6.5. But again, we're still under COVID restrictions in a lot of countries as well as the United States. We still have people saying vaccinated, non-vaccinated. So we'll find out. But real estate right now is something that's going to appreciate. Credit, you can always hold that in your back pocket because you never know when you're going to need it. That's an asset because, in fact, somebody puts a message in the chat on one of the videos I recently did, and they were asking if they could take out $20,000 on their credit card, what would happen with their debt utilization. Of course, taking out the $20,000 was to buy real estate. So, of course, if you're going to be $20,000 and we have to talk about multifamily real estate, then we have to talk about you can only buy like a $90,000 to $100,000 multifamily type property situation. So then I recommended find FHA because then you'll only need 3.5% down. Your $20,000 will go a lot further, and you'll be able to buy maybe a better condition fourplex because that's the ideal scenario you want. But anyhow, those are assets we got to talk about. Wilson Khoo's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream with the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN fam. Get real is what we do. Maria J. Francis, 2222. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Wilson Khoo, it will keep rising as people are antsy to go somewhere. Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. Maria Francis, the Congo. Okay. We can go there too. Eric, your shirt says it all. Hard work leads to easy life. That's it exactly, man. We got to put in the work. And all you got to do is think about 1%, 1%, 1%. You don't need to do 50%. How about 1%? Every month, 1%, 1%. Then at the end of a year, that's 12, 10%. You're better off than you were. All it takes is a baby steps, and you'll get there. With all of this, because ultimately what they don't teach you in school is they don't teach you how to get assets. Nothing to do with assets. They teach you how to be an asset to a company by being an employee and working for them to make them money. They pay you $20,000. Might have a little problem I see with my Wi-Fi, but they pay you, let's say, $40,000, $50,000 a year. That means they have to be making a lot more than that, right? You are the asset. So when you're going to school, they're teaching you how to be an asset of a company. All right. You're the one that they're monetizing, just like the government, the Corporation United States of America. You are the one that's monetized. That's why you pay taxes. Anybody saw that thing that I dropped today about taxes? That's what's going down. They need you to be working somewhere so you can pay them because they're freeloaders. That's what I'm trying to say. You guys might not look at it that way, but that's what I'm trying to say. The government is not an asset to us as individuals. They are a liability. We're paying them to sit around and tell us what to do. That's a liability under every stretch of the imagination. They're siphoning off our wealth, telling us where we can go, boundaries, restrictions, laws. That's what they're getting paid to oppress us. I'm using these words because that's basically what it is. All right? You guys have to understand. That's why you have to get your own assets, and it might be a struggle, but it's designed that way. All right? So don't be thinking that it's going to be easy. If it was easy, we wouldn't have a top 10 percenters. All right. You wouldn't have only 48 million millionaires in the world. You wouldn't only have 3,800 billionaires in the world out of 7.6 billion people. All right. Think about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we can talk about anything and everything. Let me know how you stand on these assets over liabilities scenario, because what you're taught and what everybody's taught, get a house, get a car, get your picket fence, get the 2.2 kids. Children are expensive. That's another liability. All right. Most people think I'm overjoyed. It's happiness, which it is, but it's a liability. And it's not just a liability for 4 years, 3 years, 2 years. This is a liability that could be an ongoing situation, especially if jobs are going to continue to pay $10, $12, $15 an hour while inflation is going up 10, 20, 30% a year, I don't know how anybody's going to be able to survive, because it's already went up about 30% over the last 2 years. So if a person is only getting paid $15 an hour, how are they supposed to survive? That's crazy. All right? Think about it. Too Ambitious, welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here and part of the SSN Nation. The Nuggets, thank you so much. Curtis Davis is in the house. Welcome to the Friday Night Live. And Mr. Financial has arrived. Hello, SSN fam. Thank you for being here. Curtis Davis with the icon next to his name. And of course, some of you who are new here, I call him Mr. Financial for a reason. Stay tuned. And by the way, get your pen, pads, and paper, because you never know when there's going to be some gems or nuggets of information that you need to jot down and then just double check on it. All right. So let's go on to gold, silver, precious metals. A lot of people sleep on this. Don't be sleeping on it. There's a thing that's happening. Inflation is happening. It's already happening. And this is what gold, silver, and precious metals thrive on. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can buy gold, silver, precious metals. Some people may say where. I say APMEX, APMEX. Some people say where else? SD, bullion. S is in Sam, D is in David, bullion. That's the physical stuff. Or you can go on the stock market and buy gold, GOLD. In fact, Wilson Koo, that's the Barrick, GOLD. Silver, SIVR, SLVR. These are ETFs. And you can go on Robinhood and Webull. There's a link down below for the free stocks. Robinhood and Webull are apps. Each one offers free stocks to people who download the app. By the way, crypto, also an asset, free $10. In case you haven't already gotten that, free $10 from Coinbase, crypto, Bitcoin. That's right, you'll receive $10 in Bitcoin down below in the description. Now, what else could be an asset is the question, right? So in case you guys don't understand, businesses which create revenue and profits are also an asset. Why? Because you're not actually working per hour for your business. Your business generates income, and it could be generating income while you sleep, while you're on vacation, while you're not even thinking about it or around. That's why businesses are assets, and that's why down below in the description, some of you may say, well, I don't have a business. I don't want to work from my house. I just saw a video where somebody's renting cars from their house. People came to their house. Then they might have thought, because the person lives in a nice house, that, you know, they might not have to return the vehicle. These kind of things are going to happen when people think you're living too good. And this is why I always say a virtual address like Opus Virtual Office, which I have down below, is always the best thing to do when you have a business, if you can afford it from your startup. Because you don't want people having your home addresses or anything like that. And a business, if it has a separate EIN, you need a separate business address. As far as I'm concerned, that's my opinion. But again, that's why I have the Opus Virtual Office link down below, because it's $99 a month. It's a tax write-off for your business. Now you have someone answering the business phone, professional. You have a business address when somebody wants to contact you, professional. You have a business fax number, professional. You have somebody answering the phone under your business name, professional. They can forward the message to you directly to your cell phone, professional. When you're applying for credit or business credit, now you have a business location as an office, professional. See where we're going with all this? That's why, again, Opus Virtual Office, the link is down below in the description. $99 per month. If you pay 3 months in advance, you get a little discount. Every 3 months, every quarter, you get a discount. So again, business is an asset. Business credit could be an asset. Once again, with business credit, you're able to use that to acquire more assets. You can start seeing a snowball effect when you start changing up your mindset and going, I'm acquiring assets from now on instead of liabilities. All right? Okay, thank you so much for mentioning this, Curtis Davis. It's 25 minutes in and I have not mentioned. Smash that like button, please. And if you like what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel because we talk about this and much more all the time. Okay, smash that like button, please. What do you think about China? I say they are slowly eating our lunch. Victor Marrero, I 110% agree. China. Ladies and gentlemen, let me change some things for you in case you are unaware of what China is. China holds debt of a lot of countries. They're borrowing from China. China has the best of both worlds. They're communists as well as, what can we say, entrepreneurs, as well as stealing intellectual properties, stealing trademarks. I mean, they don't care. They're renegades. So they can, in essence, almost take over the world currency, which is really what they want to do. Because then the United States will be their negative $27 trillion in debt. We would be a third world country. And then they would be able to put their foot on our necks for life. Just like we do other countries. So China is going over to Africa. And they're doing a little bit different twist. They're giving people loans, countries, not people, countries loans, equipment, manufacturing, and then they're putting their police, that's right, their police in place. You know how that's going to end. Oppression. Meanwhile, the United States is out here spending money like it's water. And again, China's sitting there going, okay, cool. We'll even buy up some of your debt a little bit. We'll sell it off, buy up some more, sell it off. We'll keep your markets fluctuating. We'll keep you in flux because the more money you borrow, the better it is for us. So China's eating our lunch. They've been eating our lunch. It's a damn shame. There is, and just for the record, in case anybody thinks that a tariff war with China was a smart idea, I submit to you, let's just get real. It wasn't. So the largest deficit between China and the USA is now because of that tariff war. You know what happens when you add 25% to the price of products coming out of China that's going to be sold in the United States? That means the United States citizen pays 25% more, not China. China just raises the price 25% more to offset any negatives they're going to have. It's not out of their pockets. It's out of the pockets of the American citizens. That's why the deficit between China and USA grew. It did not help. Also, what that did, the TPP, which a lot of people did not like, but if you understand what the TPP was or is, there was an agreement with all countries around China to have an agreement on our trades, the percentages on the trade. So if we agreed 3% with other countries and everybody says, okay, China, we're going to do 5%, they all had an agreement to stick together. So if China wanted to do any rogue stuff, they couldn't. When we removed ourselves out of the TPP, that meant China started doing what they're doing. They could go to each country and renegotiate. Because now the weak partners are saying, damn, we don't have the USA backing our stuff. China's like, we'll come here and help you. In fact, let's make a new deal. So now we charge them more. America charges them more in the tariffs. That's not a win for us. We're the world currency. It's a win for them. Eating our lunch is what they do, and they're doing a damn good job of it. You guys better hope that one day the rest of the world doesn't join bands together and say, you know what, we don't want this world currency no more. You better hope that never happens. But the big guys, Russia and China, they're on that playbook. And some people in the Middle East are in that playbook too. They just don't have enough people because they still got to buy dollars to exchange to their currency. But when crypto comes out, this could change things. That's why countries are skeptical and really don't want to change over. Every year, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, every year my CPA makes sure I have my virtual office. Lease payments are write-offs. Thank you so much, Mr. Financial. That's exactly right. Exactly right. All right, Federal Reserve Chairman, Myth 5 Media, Federal has the icon next to his name and became a new member. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel, and welcome to the Friday night live stream. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell announced yesterday that they are taking another step closer to issuing a central bank digital currency. Please research the Digital Dollar Project. Yes, that's very true. They have to. They almost have to, but unfortunately for them, they're getting in the realm of the people's money, and what they're going to have to do, if they do this, they're basically going to try to turn this into a communist country regarding currency, just like China, because they're going to know how much this, let's call it CBDC, you're holding, and you run a red light, it's coming out your account. You know, jaywalking ticket coming out of your account. Fees, taxes, whatever, coming out of your account. All your money's going to be trackable. So they think. That's the whole purpose of them doing this. The only downfall that they don't realize is that also means that if they do digital currency and try to make it like a dollar bill where it's not trackable, then they can still print money and still devalue the currency. So I don't really care if it's digital or whether it's paper. If you print money, it's still going to be devalued. You're not changing anything. The only thing you're changing is you're trying to track your citizens, which won't work because there's other crypto. But the fact of the matter is they're going down a path that they can't afford to do. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you knew, let's just call it what it is. If Bitcoin has 21 million, or what is it, 21 million coins, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin woke up and goes, hey, you know what? We're printing another 1 billion. How many people do you think are going to be holding on to that crypto at that point? That's what the United States, European unions, China even, that's what they do. They print money. So this digital thing, I'm sorry, talk to me in about 5 years. I think that's going to be a failed experiment for them. Very failed experiment, because everything's going to be, if they're going to be on a blockchain, everything's trackable. So now when they send money over to Bank of America, Wells Fargo, any of their cronies, that could be trackable. You're going to think, I think it's a slippery slope for them. They're not in any position to be doing anything digital. China has owned us since we went into debt with no goal behind it. Exactly. China has been battling us Silk Road in terms of balance of goods versus currency trade. Exactly. We're sitting here worrying about the currency. The other guys, China, like I said, they're over there doing the ground up resources, making another deal with soybeans and agriculture with other countries that formerly we had under our allies. But when we said, hey, we're going to have a war with you and we don't care about buying soybeans from you and all this other stuff, they were like, oh man, this is a good opportunity. We can go around the world now and get a better deal. And the other countries are saying, hell yeah, we'll take your hundreds of millions of dollars. Why wouldn't we? We don't really care what America's doing. We'll take that 100 million. Our economy needs it. So these are the kind of things that's going on that people don't understand when you actually messing around with other countries. People don't understand what's actually going on and the ramifications from that. So that little trade war and tariff wars and all that, record number of farmer bankruptcies. I mean, you guys got to, this is getting crazy. Farmers are out of business. Guess who bought up their farms? Take a wild guess. A lot. China. Add insult to injury. That PPP money that farms received and the subsidies that farms receive, guess who's getting it? Some of it. Not all of the farms are owned by China, but the farms that are owned by China get PPP money and subsidies from the United States citizens. Subsidies. Our tax money is going towards Chinese companies that bought the farms that went bankrupt. How smart is that? We're not giving you loans anymore, which is what China was doing. We're not buying any more of your debt. We're gonna let a free fall happen, and then when farms go out of business, we're gonna buy them up at pennies on the dollar, and then you guys are gonna pay us back in your taxpayers' money. Talk about eating lunch. Stuff is disgusting. 20 farmers going out of business, not good. They are lifeblood of America. Exactly. More than 20. It was a record. The highest bankruptcies since 2013 and surpassed it. That's how many farmers went bye-bye over this tariff war nonsense. Farmland, the lifeblood of America, some of it is now owned by Chinese. Again, I am a U.S. citizen. I am pissed off that our president would do such a thing to hurt American citizens. Yeah, I can get into this political stuff, but I really don't like to often. But any economic person, anybody understood that any tariff wars, anything like this was going to be bad for the United States. Bad for the United States to buy consumer products, bad for our farmers. I won't even get into the oil situation. All right? That's a whole nother ball game. All this stuff is lifeblood of America. Oil is the petrodollar. Farmland feeds the world, and you're messing around with it like it's invaluable. And the citizens of America now are the ones that are left out in the cold. So when you say farm prices are going to go up, well, guess what? Some of these farms aren't owned by United States citizens. If it's owned by another country that's a foreign adversary, which they are, I think I'm going to raise the price on American citizens. What do you guys think? Come on now. Let's stop the nonsense. China got it going on. Exactly, Tanisha Lyles. You guys have no idea. Let me give you an example of something else about China since we're talking about it. China is over in Asia. They are building infrastructure, albeit second tier. I mean, they're using cement, but it's not the right kind. They're using steel, but it's the cheap stuff. They are building condos, skyscrapers, getting their businesses into other countries, pennies on the dollar. And we're over here sleeping. It's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. China's accumulating assets, by the way. In case you didn't notice my little rant, I'm talking about they're accumulating assets, natural resources, which are assets. They're accumulating deals with countries that formerly would not deal with them. They're accumulating assets from them. They are doing the damn thing. Meanwhile, America spent 4 years of isolationism and jacking up the ecosystem for the American citizen. So again, if you're going to sit around and not get assets in 2021, don't come crying to me in 2023. That's all I'm going to tell you. All right? This party cannot keep going. Now, assets. As you know, I'm going to go over it again. We got real estate assets that we can buy right now. I gave you a teaser. You guys know about Nativo, Miami, downtown Miami. There's another one in downtown Miami coming out. Once again, 20% down. no credit, no qualifying, pre-construction. We can do this in Mexico. Right now, the Riviera, the Cancun area, Riviera Maya, Cancun, all that area right now is coming into their own as well, selling condos as well. Dominican Republic, again, I like Dominican Republic because it's an island and it had the highest tourist numbers in 2018, 6.5. They have the most tourists in Latin America, more than Venezuela, which Venezuela has its problems now. But all I'm trying to say, more than Venezuela, more than Mexico, more than the Bahamas, more than all of them, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, the British Virgin Islands, Turks and Caicos, more than all the islands. 6.5 is the record. And from what Victor Morero has posted up and getting from the newspapers, this thing could turn into almost 10 to 15 million over the next 2 years. That means supply and demand. So you need to get assets at locations where supply and demand is highest. Even in America, if you can get a hold of something right now that's low or you find a backdoor deal, then I would suggest you get that. All right? As long as it's paying you. That's what our assets are. All right. Who has most assets when China may be or control assets? Yeah, exactly. It's getting out of hand. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up with Tesla? Got stuck at below 600, getting pummeled and killing some of my ETF's performance. Victor Morero, no issues. You know what you're supposed to do. Tesla, it is what it is. $500 and some odd is a deal. If you guys haven't bought Tesla while it's hovering in the 500s, I don't know what better on sale sign you need. You should be getting that along with Ford, along with GM. These guys in Volkswagen, they're committed to the EVs straight up. All right. So you like to see that commitment, which also means they're coming with some heavy artillery. Everybody's gunning for Tesla, but I don't think they're that far behind. That's my thing, because if anybody knows anything about technology, I can always buy or hire a person that used to work at Tesla and worked in any other EV company and catch up a lot faster than having to do R&D myself. So that's all I'm trying to say. The GMs and the Fords and the Volkswagens, they already have distribution in place far above what Tesla can do. Tesla has certain things far and above the rest of the guys, but I'm going to tell you right now, if Ford or any of the big car manufacturers already comes out with a vehicle that can go like 500 miles on a single charge and approach the numbers 20%, 10 to 20% less than Tesla, and they come out with, well, Ford is already working on autonomous driving. They come out with autonomous level 4 driving, which means, no, you can't just take your wheels and eyes off the road. But autonomous 4 levels, then they're not that far ahead. So, and I think they can catch up relatively quickly. But the fact that they slept for 4 or 5 years, that means Tesla's still ahead. That's what that basically means. So Tesla's going to be able to implement some things ahead of them, even if they do seemingly catch up. So we're going to find out. But I bought more when it was, like I said, $560. I bought some more, even though my dollar cost average was lower than that. But now it's raised up. But I'm still bullish on Tesla at this point. Miami is attempting to create a Silicon Valley startup. Tech companies are settling there. The property values will be rising if that happens as well. Exactly, Tanisha Lyles. Tanisha Lyles, whenever I talk about something, there's a method to the madness. There's a reason. And that's why I'm still talking about Miami and talking about Dominican Republic. Because there's one thing to get an asset. It's another thing to gain appreciation while you're making money from the asset. So hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just say, because I already know what's going to happen in downtown Miami. That's why I'm trying to rush to figure out how I'm going to get one of these things. If you buy a $300,000 condo in downtown Miami, let's call it $400,000 today, I think it'll be worth $1 million in 5 years. That's the kind of movement I think that's going to happen. because just like Tanisha Lau said, there's something afoot. They're trying to get the crypto and some other tech companies down in Miami, and it's happening. That's why they're all building all these condos downtown and in certain locations around the city, because they want to be centralized. And that's also why they built the World Trade Market downtown as well. So now American Airlines Arena is one thing. Bayfront Park, where they hold events, is another thing. Now they have that World Market downtown as well, where businesses are supposed to do their thing. And now if you can have these millionaires or these people that make money buy these condos, they're all concentrated downtown, and it's easy to get to the airport because the monorail and the train is there. And it's easy to get into town and it's 10 minutes to South Beach, because they have the 110? I can't never remember the streets. I just know how to get there. But you can be down there to the Mandarin on the water. Come on, in 10 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. It's perfect for people with money. And wherever there's people with money, the prices go up. So there you're going to have the problem eventually in Miami. But you have an opportunity to get in right now. No credit check, no qualifying. It just depends on if you got $60, $70, $80, $100,000 to invest in it. That's basically what it's going to take, because they don't take 10% down. Why? Because they're selling like hotcakes. The rest of the world is sitting there going, are these really 500,000? Are these really 350,000, 320 for a studio, and one bedrooms are really only 450? Really, a 2-bedroom, 600 and some thousand? That's right. Watch the new video I'm about to drop. 2-bedroom, I believe's in the 650s, 670s. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. A block over from the TiVo. The video will be dropping tomorrow about this one. So again, a 2-bedroom, $650,000 in downtown Miami. It's not going to be a hotel concept. What that means is there's not going to be a front desk for check. It's a condominium project, but it's going to have co-working spaces. Of course, it's going to have the fitness on a level. Of course, it's going to have the swimming pool. Of course, it's going to have restaurants, but it's designed for people that live there. It's not a hotel and condo like Nativo. Yeah, and if a 2-bedroom, 650,000, 675, that's a deal. Downtown Miami, 2 blocks from Biscayne. Literally, if you walk straight across 3 blocks, you'll be in Bayfront Park. So, and right behind you, or no, right in front. No, I think it's behind. It's got to be behind. Right behind is the monorail and the train. So, that's how we got to do it. All right. Tesla at same price as last year, 450 to 500. Thank you, Curtis Davis. That's why some people are still up. Tesla can hit 1K, but not sure 2K again. Yeah, I don't think 2K. NVIDIA about to do 4-to-1 split coming. Beautiful. I like it. Beautiful. I like to hear that, because NVIDIA's priced way too high. People don't realize, but that'll be awesome. Time to buy some more. Eric, do you have additional information about that Miami upcoming property? Don't get it twisted. That's the 305. That's right, Mr. Worldwide. You got that right, man. Yeah, I'm dropping the video tomorrow. I got the info. I'm dropping it tomorrow, man. So check out the video that's going to be out tomorrow afternoon on Saturday in the 305. In 2016, you could have gotten NVIDIA for $40. I know. $40 a share, and it's now $500. How is everyone tonight? Gino Chimiente, welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. All right. All tech companies are moving to no tax states. Tennessee, Google, Georgia, Texas, Apple. Yeah. Lower taxes. Let's just face facts. Inflation and taxes are going to kill you. So if you're in a tax state such as, let's call it Washington, Oregon, every state besides about 5 states, Nevada, Texas, Florida, Wyoming, New Mexico. I don't know if that's on the list. Scratch New Mexico. But those first 4, those are the ones that you have to live in. That has to be your residence. That has to be your business. I'm going to tell you guys once again, there's a reason why companies are going to be moving to Florida. Florida has no corporate tax, state corporate tax. Zero. You have zero personal state tax. You're only paying federal. Now, corporate tax is paid in Florida for a corporation. But if you have an S Corp or an LLC, no corporate tax. LLC, S Corp only costs what, $125? Plus every year you have to renew. And of course, if you have employees, you have to do your quarterly employee payroll and things like that. But corporate tax wise, that's why a lot of companies are going to be here under either an LLC or an S Corp environment. And for their employees and everybody else, you don't pay any tax. So if you make $100,000 in California, seemingly that would be a lot of money elsewhere. California, though, $10,000 is already gone to the state of California for tax. Federally, you're going to be under siege again for another 20%. So you only get to keep 70. Best case scenario. That changes things dramatically. Unlike in California, Florida, $100,000, pay your federal income tax. Done. And I'm referring to W-2. That also refers to S Corps. Things like that, you're done. You're not going to be paying 30, 40 grand for the $100,000 that you made or profits. So those are the kind of things you got to think about. Arizona has always been cheap compared to Cali. Yes, it was. It used to be. But now they got the progressive tax out there as well, and prices for homes and everything started escalating. It's out of control. Intel in Arizona, Apple Data Center in AZ, Roger Corp in AZ, they get tax breaks, but overpopulation becoming an issue. Exactly. Supply and demand. Prices already have went up. Arizona used to be the safe haven. It used to be you could go down there and get a house for $150,000, $200,000, and it'd be probably 3,000 square feet, 3,500 square feet. No issues. Nah, it's getting out of hand now. Charlie's in the house. Welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here once again. And I love the icon next to your name. Thank you. Happy Friday, SSN fam. Thank you. Tesla stalled right now. It will still drop more because of the market. What is going on now? Exactly. Gino Scimiente said this like a month ago, ladies and gentlemen. It was going to move sideways. He's been saying it for the last month and a half, and it's been playing out. Check out SWN. Look at the growth. Tanisha Lyles. Let's go. Let me pull up. Let's see. What are we going to pull up today? Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, let me do this. Because we got another asset is yourself. So we got to talk about if you're going to monetize yourself, you're an asset. So that means you should get things that can make you money, streams of income. And again, I'm about to show on the screen because this is a page that I had up was Buzzsprout that helps you with your podcast. I have a link down below. It's free. And it'll help you get started with your podcast. And yes, you can be on iTunes, iHeart, Spotify, Stitcher, Tunes, and all the rest. No additional cost. All right. A link down below in the description for Buzzsprout. I'm using StreamYard to do live streams. Again, it's free for the first two places. So you can use Facebook and YouTube. Or YouTube and Twitch. YouTube, Twitter. The first two platforms are free. After that, you pay for additional platforms. Or I forgot to add HAPS. And HAPPS is an app, which allows you to live stream to about 5 places, and it's free. All right, let's go see SWN. Let's see what we got here. Southwestern Energy Company. I like energy companies right about now. No issues. Love energy companies. ET just gave out dividends. Let's hold on. Let me check SWN. Do we have we don't have dividends here. I don't like that. What's going on? Southwestern Energy is natural gas exploration and production company organized in Delaware. Of course, they're selling shares or something. They're on the stock market, so Delaware makes sense. Over the last year, it looks like 86% increase. But again, this is energy. Energy prices are going to continue to rise. There's no way around it. So I'm going to show you guys ET, Energy Transfer, 5.99% dividends, and they actually do not have the 85%. They only have a 24%. So the other one went up 85%, SWN, Southwest Energy. ET that gives a dividend stayed nearly the same. Well, 25% increase year over year. So it's in a positive direction. Headquartered in Spring, Texas. The company is ranked 776 on the Fortune 500. Primary explanation, production activities are in the Appalachian Basin in Pennsylvania and West Virginia. Okay. Resources. So, yeah, it's been steadily going well for them. Out of Houston, Texas, revenue, $2.3 billion, 900 employees. All right. Another gem, ladies and gentlemen, could have been dropped right there. Are you paying attention? So that's it right there. We checked it out. Florida has always wanted tech move in. Tesla thinking of adding boring tunnel in Miami. Maybe this is the reason. Yeah, that would be very interesting. That would be very interesting. Can you imagine being able to utilize some of those little islands that they have around Miami that they don't want to build bridges to? That would be awesome. Moses Tillman, Eric got something up his sleeves in Miami. Oh, my goodness. Yes, Moses Tillman, you can tell. That's right. Alicia James, how did you learn to invest in stock? Alicia James, it wasn't taught. Quite frankly, when I was a kid, my parents were talking one time, and they were, and again, most parents, kids in minority communities don't talk about stocks. But one time my dad and mom were talking about stocks, and they were saying, yeah, you know, these oil companies, they issue dividends every 3 months. And so from that point on, I was like, what? Wait, I throw my money in something and then I get dividends? So from that point on, from the time I was a little kid, I was always like, okay, let me find out what about stocks, what's happening. So that's how I found out. That's when I knew I can invest, give my money away today and keep making money. All right. So that's how it all started. And from there, then you just go and do research. You got to do your due diligence. Like we just pulled up SWN. You find out where they're extracting their natural gas. You can get that information freely now on the internet. You can see year over year, it's increased 86%. So now you need to delve a little bit more. It's only what, $4 or $5 a share. Is it something you may be interested in investing in? And that's how you start. You do your due diligence, and that's where you go. So it's up to you, quite frankly, because everything's available on the internet. And you could always watch some of our previous live streams when we're talking about stocks all the time, because there's nuggets dropped every live stream. And thank you so much, Alicia James, for asking the question. And thank you so much being here on the Friday Night Live. Lots of love. Only thing, New Mexico, Albuquerque, but I love the outdoor beauty of some seasons. Right? Right? The only thing in New Mexico is Albuquerque. Yeah, I almost went to University of New Mexico. That was on my short list of colleges. University of New Mexico. Might as well give you guys a little story eventually. University of New Mexico, Florida, North Carolina, Duke. A couple of my short list schools, but I went to where the party was. University of Florida first. Instead. All right. Mexico. Right. Let's call it the in New Mexico. All right, here goes. I'll give you guys a story. I mentioned this story before. In New Mexico, Albuquerque. Wasn't in Albuquerque. I'm trying to think now. I can't even remember where I was at. Let me figure it out. Then I'll give you guys a story because I can't remember where I was. I'm a beginner. Alicia James, no worries. Don't be afraid. First things first, go down below. You'll see Robinhood and Webull links. They're apps. You can get free shares of stock from Webull and Robinhood. Use those links to download the app. All right. You got to, link up your bank account. You don't have to deposit or buy, but you're going to have to link your bank account, get your email address verified, your cell phone number in there. So that's verified because they send you a text for you to log in sometimes. So get yourself all together with that. That's how you first start. All right. And then just keep hanging around SSN Nation. And you'll see what we talk about, just like when we did the Southwestern. So the energy company. You can delve into it a little more. I just went over it briefly. I looked year over year. We can go check their bottom line, how much debt they have, things like this, and then figure out if that's a good investment for you. Or you can do what a lot of people do. They invest in index funds. And index funds generally invest in the overall market. So I'll give you some names. Marrero always writes down some more, but I'm going to give you the main. VOO, Victor, OO. This is Vanguard. You can buy them on the stock market. VTI, Victor, T, Tom, I is India, VTI. VCR, VTSAX, all right, VTSAX, VCR, VTI, VOO. And of course, I love my girl, Kathy Woods at ARK Invest. So you can go look at arkinvest.com, and they invest in like fintechs, in like genomics for health. They invest in space, which is the ARKX. They have several different type of businesses they generally invest in. So maybe you like just one of those type of businesses. That's where you set it and forget it. Or what I mean by set it and forget it, you go to the stock market and you buy like ARKX, for instance, ARKX, ARKQ, ARKK. You'll find ARK family of funds, and you can buy those stocks on Robinhood, Webull, for instance, or any other brokerage. If you have E-Trade or Schwab or Fidelity, or the list goes on. But you can buy stocks like that where they just base it on the index or a subgroup of stocks. So you have your choice that way. So, or you can go to Wealthfront. Wealthfront is down below also. I have a link for Wealthfront where you can give them $500. They manage your money for you for free until it gets up to $5,000, whether that means you put an extra $50 paycheck or $100 a paycheck or $500 a paycheck in there to get up to $5,000, or your investments grow over time to that. They manage it for free. It's a robo type investment, but as soon as you get to $5,001, they start charging you I think it's 0.75% or something like that. Their management fee for managing your money. But again, that's set it and forget it as well. So Wealthfront is down below. That's an asset. You can borrow against your stocks. That's why it's an asset as well. I don't recommend doing that because that means you're going to be on a margin, what they call margin. So I'll give you a perfect example. You have $10,000, let's say you want to borrow a couple of thousand, $2,000, take it out. That's 20%. Let's just say the stock market goes down to 50%, 5,000. Now that 2,000 represents a whole different number. They're going to tell you before you get down to 50% of value, they're going to tell you, hey, you need to add some more money in here because we want you to stay at, let's say, 20%, even though it might be 30%, but they want you to stay at 20%. So you have to add more money or they're going to sell your stock. That's why I don't suggest borrowing against it unless you're a seasoned real estate investor. A stock investor. All right. So Ford has over 30K pre-ordered new F-150. Yeah. Lightning trucks, EV. I know, Moses Tillman, thank you for mentioning that. Again, that's why the EV stocks, I believe, are undervalued. But the EV is, in this case, Ford is undervalued now because they have 30K pre-ordered. They have a different machine than Tesla. They can put out 30K vehicles in 5 states sitting on lots. So they're going to have millions of units sold over the course of a year. easily. All right, especially with the F-150, the number one selling truck in the world all the time. So it's just going to be better. Curtis Davis, Roblox up, Ford up, Upstart up. But I know you got F at 5. That's right. That's exactly right. We got F at 5. You got it right, man. Gotta love it. But I didn't get NVIDIA at 100 or 80. That's the problem. No, we're all good. Upstart's good. Roblox. Everybody may not know if you're new here. I suggested Roblox at 65. Let me go see what Roblox has done. Contrary to belief, you guys, I don't really look at the stock market every day because these are all long-term buys for me. Oh my, this is beautiful. What a pleasant surprise. A lot of people, when it came out, the IPO came out, like 3 months ago? And it shot up to 70, 75. In fact, it might even went up to 80 at that point. But then it came back down to 70. And a lot of times I was telling people on Friday Night Live, I said, I'm waiting for 65. Because it always happens. After something does an IPO and it busts out, then it comes back down, generally 48 to 72 hours. But what's been happening lately, it's been taking like 5 days. 5 to 6 days or 7 days before it would come back down. So it took about 7 days in the Roblox case, and it finally came to 65. And I was like, there we go. Got to buy. And so here we are at 82. I'm loving that. That's a beautiful thing. Beautiful sight to see. All right. Let's see. Mr. Evans, welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And the icon next to your name, that means additional support. Thank you so much. I'm happy for you to be here. Definitely paying attention. Thank you so much. And it's an hour in, and please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. And since we are the No Guru Zone, in case you're new around here and have questions, you can always hit me up at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com. I don't charge consultation fees. I don't do any Calendly. I don't do none of that. You can just ask the questions and I'll get back to you. All right? That's how we do it. Getting at least 3 calls a week from investors wanting to buy my Georgia and Florida homes cash. Have no idea how they are getting my number, but letting go on that passive income is suicide. So no gracias. Exactly, Victor Marrero. A lot of times, this is the decisions. He's free to make this decision. This is the beauty of having an asset because he has revenue coming in from his assets. So somebody's telling him, I'll give you cash for your asset. And he's sitting there going, well, okay, that I get my cash today, but I have cash flow for like the last 5 years, 10 years, or in some cases, 15 years. So why am I going to take the cash when all I'm going to do is go turn around and have to buy another asset at today's prices? Because any asset that you bought previously was at a lower price, and that's why they're calling him now. But if he gives it up, that's the reason, another reason about home prices. That again, the story goes, and I'll tell you guys stories about home prices. And don't forget, I forgot about New Mexico. I wasn't in Albuquerque, but I was up in man, I can't even remember where it was. But anyhow, I'm at the studios up there, movie studio. It's in New Mexico. And they were shooting a movie, 10,000. I'm messing up the story. I don't even know. 1,000 or 10,000 Ways to Die in the Wild Wild West. They were shooting it at that time. And some of you already know I gave the story about that. But the funny part was when I was at the studios, they had like the stagecoach and they had the props for it. And the movie they were shooting it there. So it wasn't even in the can yet. So when I started taking pictures, people started freaking out in the place because, of course, I could have shown the world what was coming out in about a year and a half. So they all started freaking out. Hey, you can't do pictures. But back to the real estate about the Victor Marrero situation. They're calling him now because prices have went up. But the problem is if he sells it, now he has to buy another property that price has also went up as well. So it doesn't do him any good to go buy another property for the same price. So why not just keep the cash flow rolling in? That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. You want cash flow rolling in because you're getting paid today's prices anyhow. So he can raise his rent anytime. If inflation kicks in, he's sitting there going, okay, everything costs more, so I got to raise my rent, whatever the maximum is allowed by the state. I'm not saying max, but all I'm saying is sometimes it's only a 5% increase is max, 3% increase is max, depending on what state you live in. But, at least you can raise your rent, and now you're getting paid in today's dollars, not yesterday's or last year's dollars. So that makes a big difference. Alicia James, thank you. All right, hopefully that helps you out. Thank you so much once again for asking the question. Gino Shimiente, I know I sound like a broken record. Take your profit when you have them. That is why you invest in the stock market. You don't do it for fun. You need to make money and forget about taxes. Very well said. He's winning me over because he keeps saying this every week. Don't worry about taxes. Take the money. And I'm sitting there like, wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. 2,000 profit. 25% means I got to give off 500 or wait it out and I only owe 300. Okay, not much difference. Take the profit. So he's winning me over when I do the numbers. Alicia James, you're in the right place. Welcome. Essence Family is here to help. Thanks so much for that, Tanisha Lyles. Exactly. If anybody ever has any questions just watching this, please put them in the chat. We'll get to them. As you can see, we talk about everybody's with or without the icon next to your name. I took profits this week, made great gains. That is how I do it. Exactly. Gino Shimiente is taking profits every week, and I can't blame him. Wow, I need to check my Fidelity accounts. Exactly. How about Motley Fool? C's Deals LLC, welcome to the Friday night live stream. I have nothing against Motley Fool. They do charge for their newsletters, and they have their way of charging people for some information, but I don't subscribe to Motley Fool, but I'm sure there might be somebody watching right now that does. And sometimes they pick winners, sometimes they pick losers. They like to advertise a lot of their winners all the time. They don't never mention the loser part, but that's mostly how everybody is. When you go to a casino and ask somebody, did you win? Most people will sheepishly like, well, I won a little bit or I lost a little bit. They're not going to tell you they lost $5,000 or $10,000 or anything. And then when they win, yeah, I won $5,000. I won $10,000. I won $20,000. They'll pipe up real fast. So, but Motley Fool's fine. I mean, they're an investment group. They do research. They, try to pick stocks that are early on and things like that. They're pretty good. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about them at all. Why is my BCH 41% up, Bitcoin down 18? I know they're different, but can you break down the difference? No, I can't. And if you're talking about, are you talking about Bitcoin Cash? Let's go see this. Let's see. Really? It's up 41%. Oh, nice. It depends on what you're. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. Get your free $10 at Coinbase, ladies and gentlemen. The link's down below. All right. Get that free $10 from Coinbase. Even though this says $5, you get $10 using my link down below. All right. Now, let me go over here and see. I don't know what exactly you mean, Tanisha, by this. Do you mean what I'm trying to say is, when did you buy the BCH? That's the question. All right. Because BCH right here is down 17%, but that's the last 24 hours. So I need to know what you're referring to, because depends on when you bought it. Because any time in the last month, it's negative. But in the last year, it's 195. So that's why it kind of throws me off when you mention this. I'm going to look at Bitcoin, for instance. I kind of blew it on this. This is always slow whenever I run on live on StreamYard, but very slow. Oh, I blew it again. Okay, so Bitcoin down 7.3 in a week, down 24 in a month, down 30. Year over year, they're still 313%. So I don't, unless BCH USD is something different, I don't know exactly what you mean by the 41%. I mean, you could have gained 41% by the recent crash and bought it at a lower price, and then it's went up. Like here, for instance, this was 33. So if you'd have bought today, this afternoon, then you would be up, because then you went up more than 10%. So you'd be up 10% today. So the same thing could have happened on BCH, but maybe you'll let me know, because I don't know exactly what you mean by that. What's up, Charlie? I still can't believe you went to U of F nose all day. Oh, man. Let's just, hey, man, you know, U of F has some business school, man, that has rankings. You know, the forestry school has rankings. They were in the top 10, man. And top 10 of party schools. When you're 18 years old, party school matters. They were top 10 in that too. So, yeah, FSU wasn't on the. They didn't make the cut, man. Miami made the cut. I forgot about Miami, but back in the day, the 305 wasn't worldwide. It was a disaster zone. Although U of Miami is not a disaster zone. That is like private school of the South. It was on the list, but I didn't go to U of the U. I didn't go there either. Alicia James, as a beginner, go easy. Start with index and ETF funds like VOO, VTI, SCHB, SCHD. You'll be able to cover over 2K U.S. companies. These will give you plenty of diversification. Exactly. Thank you so much, Victor Marrero. I appreciate you chiming in to give out a little help as well. Thank you so much. I knew you would have it at your disposal. Curtis Davis, happy Friday. This is Charlie from Charlie. Investors are borrowing heavily to buy stocks. What that means for the market is it is not the right time that you will crash and burn. That means you will lose money. The market is tired. Very well. I kind of agree with that assessment. Tanisha Lyles, thank you. I'm here for the long run. So much homework to do. Thanks to the SSN family. Thank all of you. Right on. Thank you so much. There are people overpaying for home in Texas by $300K. I know, Curtis Davis. It's insanity. People are moving out of New York, Cali, Washington, Oregon, all these places, going to Texas and Florida, and these guys are messing up the real estate market because they don't care. They're going, well, hell, I sold my property for $700,000. $900,000, $1 million, and I got capital gains to pay because it's more than my $500,000 or $250,000. So I got an extra $300,000 I might have to pay Uncle Sam on. So it's worth it just to roll it into real estate tax. I mean, it's insanity. The same situation Victor is in is also the reason why housing inventory is low. Today's prices are insane across the states. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening. Gino, in some cases, what if your profit more than $50K in a year? If profit's more than $50K a year, probably this is the redeployment stage, or take it out and pay the 15%. That's it. It can't get any better than that. That's all I'm saying. I'll see what Gino Shimiente says. Motley Fool, Barron, CNBC, Investors Place. That's it. Wall Street Journal. Right. Exactly. All those are on tap. Thank you, Curtis Davis. I should leave these up so other people can write these down. Just keep in mind, CNBC to me, Johnny come lately. Barron's, Investors Place, Wall Street, Fortune. Anywhere you can get information. Even online you can get information. In fact, Twitter is very interesting. In fact, Well, I never talk about the social media stuff. Join the Twitter. We're known as Struggling Now on Twitter because Stop Struggling Now is too long for names. So it's Struggling Now. Please join on Twitter. Instagram. Find Stop Struggling Now on Instagram. I post up certain things that aren't always about the videos. Sometimes they're a little bit different twists. So you guys know, if you're not part of the Facebook group, I post it there. I post it on Telegram. Well, at the bottom in the description, there's links to all the social media websites. All right. But Twitter, you can find out a lot of things on Twitter. A lot of these companies make posts or tweets, and they say they give investment advice or some check out some stocks or some. They give it to you. So that's why if you're into like crypto, you follow some of the crypto guys. You follow like a Motley Fool or a CNBC or Investors Place. They tweet something out a few times a day. Sometimes the latest thing, like TechCrunch, is one of my favorite things because they deal with tech companies. So that's why Oxygen, that came out last year, they were talking about Oxygen like 2 years before, and that's why I already knew about Oxygen. So you can find out things well before it comes out. So that's why you go to Twitter and do that. But like I said, if you go to Twitter, we're under Struggling Now at Twitter. All right. But the newsletters will give you a few freebies. That's true. Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, I thought you were talking about Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, so all of them are doing the same dance with the Bitcoin. Okay, thanks for clearing that up. I was viewing on Webull. I was confused. All right, no problem. That's probably that means you bought it a lower price. So you got like 41% profit. Yeah, the way Webull reads, it tells you up there how much you made across the whole thing. It doesn't tell you by 1 day or 24 days. It just tells you from when you bought it. Or your dollar cost average, it still gives you the percentage. So either way, that's where you see the 41%. So you're doing good. Excellent. Wealth isn't primarily determined by investment performance, but by investor behavior. Very well said, Gino Shimiente. Yes, my Bitcoin portfolio took 30% cut, but I'm still up in GPTC, up 20%. Exactly. That's what we like to see. Vic, Tom, that's solid advice. Yep, Victor, agree. Start with ETF index. Exactly. Those are the easiest. People are spending like they don't have to pay the mortgage or bank. Exactly. It's out of control. This is 2005, 2006 all over again. Motley Fool has been good. Yes, Motley Fool is good. That's why I said I have nothing bad to say about these guys. They do their homework. I like what they do. And they actually show up at other locations. They're just not all talk and go by stats. They're at the CES show in Vegas. They're at the crypto conferences. They're there and doing their homework. My favorite sweet spots to buy stocks, 18 to 21, 50 to 60, and 70 to 90. There's a built-in 10 or 20% profit for capture. There we go. There's some investment advice as well. Find Twitter very interesting. Exactly. Twitter has a lot of golden nuggets. Exactly, Moses Tillman. Thank you so much for mentioning that. That's why I'm saying it as well. Look at hold crypto in a crash and buy some more. That's it, exactly. A lot of those folks in higher tax states are selling and moving to Europe. Lower cost of living. Portugal, Spain, and Italy are very popular for expats. I've seen beautiful projects in Portugal. Yeah. Old school. Old world. Yeah, that's what I call it. Yeah, old school. They have a lot of expats. Those are the Portugal, Spain, Italy. Yeah, those are the spots. That seems to be very popular. I can't argue with anybody's decision to do any of that. But again, once you leave the country, I will say one thing. No matter how much I like Europe, no matter how much I like Mexico, no matter how much I like anywhere else in the world, Caribbean, it doesn't matter. Asia, doesn't matter. The bottom line of this story is I always like the way America is newer and the way the structure is. It's just that I'm American, right? But I do like Europe as far as it just seems like everything's a lot easier. That's what it seems like in Europe. Things seem to be taken a little bit differently. And what I mean by that, and I'll give you a perfect example. So in America, what happens when you eat at a restaurant? And we have, hackers, we have all kind of fraud going on for the last 20 years. And in America, they're still taking your card and running to a register or running around somewhere. In Europe, that's not going to happen. They're bringing it to your table and you're swiping the card right there and you're done. There's none of this taking people's cards and just walking off, taking people's monies. It's crazy how security-wise we don't take it serious. So in other countries, they take it a little bit more seriously. But everything's easier. It's just everything. I mean, even cell phone usage at a time was easier. When you used to go out of the country and then our cell phones wouldn't work, and then all you do is go over there and pay them like a tenth of the price, and we have worldwide Wi-Fi, 4G, all kind of stuff in another country using their SIM card. It's like, what the hell's going on? Meanwhile, in America, they're saying, well, we're going to charge in some location. We only go to these countries. We're going to charge you $50 more plus $2 a minute. And meanwhile, you're in Europe and just bought a $50 SIM card and then call the rest of the world. And it's like 50 cents a minute. I'm just like, what the heck's going on? Makes no sense. So I can see where people would be in different locations in Europe. Wilson Koo, they aren't because their payments are being deferred. They aren't because their payments are being deferred. Yeah, good point. Tanisha, I like Webull layout profit overall, but it's slow to load money. Yeah, exactly. One of the downfalls with Webull, Robinhood will load it up. You get, provisional credit. No, wait a minute. On Webull, Webull, they load it too. Come to think of it. At first, if you do certain once every blue moon, then they'll hold it. But if you load money up on Webull, they'll also do provisional credit, just like Robinhood. I get better deals outside of North America. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. It's crazy. Spain and Portugal has some nice place for under 100K. Yes, they do. They're a little older, but yes. Victor, I like the warmer climates. Yep, me too. Gotta like that. I saw some with half acre for 100 and you can turn it to Airbnb. Yes, you can. Hong Kong has a cool interstate system, speed zone system. There we go. Exactly. Never mind. And the bullet trains it's crazy. There's advantages. Think it's a good time for H11 and RTX? Yes, I do. In fact, let's go over here and look at the charts. Raytheon. Yep. And yes. In fact, Raytheon was a pick last year when it was dropped. It was 70. Well, that's a year ago. But this was a pick from last year when all the stocks, Disney was under 100. Raytheon under 100. Boeing under 100. It was out of control. So, yeah, I like hold on. Let's go. Military Shipbuilding Company, 2.13%. I can't say anything bad about them. Military, we're just like Raytheon. Nothing bad about them. Always have revenues. When it goes digital, we don't need waiters to check out. Darden's have card reader at table, Olive Garden. Yeah, exactly. It's just a matter of time. It is okay if I make over 50K. The bottom line, as long as I make profit, I will pay the taxes. It's all right. Nothing to worry about. If you worry about that, you will be held back. It's a mindset. Exactly, Genius Chimienti. I'm agreeing with you more and more because after I run the numbers, it doesn't do any difference. At 50K, we'll run the numbers again. At 50K, worst case scenario, 25% if it was within 365 days. So we'd have to give up 12.5 versus 15% outside of a year. That's 7.5. So that means a $5,000 savings. In this case, I'm waiting for the $5,000 savings. All right. So there you go. But quite frankly, the other part to the story is, so now whether you hold it outside of 366 days to and out, you're still going to pay the 15%. More than likely, unless you're able to show income of, under 30K or something. But you're basically you're held. The 15% is locked in. So whether your profit's 5,000 now, 7,000 later, 4,000 later, you're still going to have to pay it. I listened to this California couple on YouTube that bought a nice home in Portugal, and they're paying $15 a month for property tax. God bless America, the land of the free. Yeah. Yeah. Again, if you guys missed the post under the community tab today, you might want to check it out when it was with regard to taxes in America, where your wealth is being siphoned off. Yeah. 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 Only in America, man. I wish the Concorde Jets would make a comeback, talk about high-speed travel. Diesel Mike, welcome to the Friday night live stream. Yes, there is Concorde Jets in the making. Yes, you heard me. They are in the making. I got some info on those. They're in the making because you just said something that is going to be very, very interesting because the travel, speed travel is a thing again. So, and there's a lot of people who now are monetized, meaning like on YouTube, Instagram, influencers, podcasts, all over the place, who can afford these trips and who would like to be in Hong Kong before midnight. You know what I'm saying? Who would like to be in Europe in 3 hours or 2 hours. That is a thing. So it's coming back. Should I buy ADA? I see why not. Charlie? Yes. Let's just put it. Let's go look. I think you should buy ADA. I'm invested in ADA. I didn't buy any like this past week, which I probably should have, but let's go see what this looks like. Wow, that's taken way too long. But we're going to go look. ADA, there's something. Well, here's the thing with ADA. Yeah, it's $1.55. Good time to buy. In fact, I'm going to buy some after we hang up. They're supposed to have something new in June. They have never met any deadline. I'll reiterate, never met any deadline. Haven't come out with anything. It's still all in somebody's mind. But if it does come out and they actually are able to do something, then it'll take off. All right, GD, NLC, LO. I can't look up all these things, Wilson Koo. Jeez, man. You gave me a list. I don't know what these are. I'm assuming they're stocks. General Dynamics. Oh, you're staying in the aerospace and defense contractors. I have nothing bad. I always say, even though I'm not invested in any other than Raytheon, but General Dynamics, I'm not invested in. But it's part of the defense contract. They're the 5th largest defense contractor in the United States, 6th largest in the world by sales. 92 in the Fortune 500 in 2019. So I can't say anything bad about it. I mean, you know, they're going to have money rolling in as long as you have the military industrial complex who's willing to spend like $1 trillion every year. Let me see. What was that? NGO? No, that's not right. That's not right. Hold on. That's not right. It's NOC. All right. So here we are. NOC, Northrop Grumman. Yeah. All these. I have, like I said, these are all good. In fact, I should probably write these down because I'm not investing in any of these other ones. That's why I'm not familiar with their symbols. LMT, Lockheed Martin. Yeah, their charts are all pretty much going to be the same. Lockheed Martin, yeah, they were 369. Almost everybody except Lockheed, but Lockheed, you know, they're always going to have something. BAH, let's go look. And by the way, again, there are links down below in the description that I haven't even mentioned about yet. Robinhood, Webull, Coinbase, Celsius, where you earn interest daily on your crypto. They track your crypto Friday to Friday and then pay you out on Monday, the interest that you earned from the previous Friday to Friday. And it just keeps going. So every Monday, you get paid interest on your crypto that's being held at Celsius Network down below. You put in $400 or more on your first deposit, you get $40 in free BTC. All right? So that's the Celsius Network. I also have Nexo down there that gives you interest on your money. Booz Hamilton. Information technology firm. I'm not familiar with these guys. Workforce recruiting ramp in fiscal 2022. All right, that could be a gem right there. 1.77%. And looks like they're in the positive year over year. So once again, BWXT. Oh, before I forget, let's go. I think I blew it. It's not BWXT. All right. Lynchburg, Virginia, nuclear components and fuel. There we go. Formerly Babcock and Wilcox. Okay. All right. Can't say anything wrong with any of these choices. I mean, long term, LHX. Gino Chimiente. You haven't mentioned that favorite of yours. American Technology Company, defense contractor. L3, they're probably going to look the same, 180. Yeah. So they have like a 10 or 20% increase. They're going to stay steady, 1.89%. All right. So I'm going to throw in Gino Chimiente. He used to tell me about this one all the time. This is in a buy range. Melly. Look at that. 1,300. That's in the buy range, in my opinion. Year over year, they're still up 63%, but they were at a high of 1,900 just January, and it's dropped all the way down to 13. Could be in a buy zone. That's an Argentine company incorporated in the United States, online marketplace, South America. There we go. So hopefully we talk about that. Shout out to Curtis Davis, Charlie, Wilson, Koo, Victor, M. I definitely have my notes going. Yeah, Tanisha Lyles. That's how we do it. That's how the SSN Nation family works. Gems are dropped and helping everybody out so you can do your own due diligence, because that's what you want to do with assets. Portugal is nice, and I'm really am thinking of there as my work can be done there easier. Okay, I'm thinking of there as my work can be done there easier. Yeah. Nothing wrong with Portugal. Hope you all held SPCE. Of course, if you doubled up on the dip, yes. SPCE, I didn't buy any on the dip, though. But we're still good, because as you know, Curtis Davis, you know when I bought SPCE. So let's go look and see where we're talking, if we're still doing good. Yep, still doing good, even though the dip, let's see, is the dip below? No, the dip is not below what I bought it at, but still, we're doing good. Even though it was at a high of 59, it's half price now, but SPCE, ladies and gentlemen, space, the final frontier. We know what's coming. Virgin Galactic coming back with super jets. Exactly, Curtis Davis. There it is. Curtis Davis already knows. There it is. There's your Concorde, ladies and gentlemen. That's who's making it right now. Get some ADA. Is it down now? Yes, I agree with that assessment. Luau Gang on the beat. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Just some knowledge I want to share. This crypto crash is nothing. This is just the beginning. It's going to crash harder. Look at the charts. Why is everything moving together? Doesn't that bother you? No, everything doesn't bother me moving together. They all go down, they all go up, but This is just like 2017 all over again. And actually, it's not even at the levels of 2017. This, even though it's at 38 now, we're only 12,000 away from 50, 17,000 away from 55. That's a whole different ball game than if it went down to 20. If it went down to 20, that would be panic in the streets. Right now, it's just buy some more because there's going to be a fork in not a fork, a halve. So I would recommend it. Thank you for mentioning that. Everybody here at SSN Nation knows not to panic. What are you supposed to do when the stock market or crypto goes down? Buy more. Real estate goes down, buy more. Assets go down, buy more. Those are defense stocks. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. I appreciate it. Yes, they are. Every time I think something too expensive, I just wait. It comes down. Nike, Disney, Coinbase, you control your profit. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Mr. Financial says it. Perfect. The crypto market is being manipulated. Same with stock. Just look at the AMC hustle. That stock is going to short squeeze any second. Yeah, we're still holding AMC. I didn't sell even though it went up to 19, even though I bought it at 5 or 4 or whatever it was. I'm just still sitting there because AMC and COVID, vaccinations, cruise lines, same kind of thing. They're going to start rising. I agree with you, Lou Kang on the beat. I agree with you. Eric, not using bad, ING. Not using bad. Charlie, are we talking about Nexo? I don't know what ING is. There's a war going on somewhere soon. China and Middle East are not going to sleep for long. Yeah. Opportunities missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. I like that. Exactly. Ronald Anderson's in the house with the icon next to his name. Welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here, my man. What's up, Eric? How are you doing? Recovering from a pinched nerve in my neck? Oh, my. Man, that's happened to me like once or twice. That takes a minute to wear off or heal itself. So hopefully you're healing up fine. Thank you so much for being here, though. And I'm doing great myself, but I see you need to get a little bit more recovery. So hopefully that happens. Did you get a bonus for the Celsius account we opened? Just wondering. Tanisha Laos, thank you so much for using my link. And for everybody else, there's a link down below in the description. I'm going to have to go look it up. When they give bonuses, it's actually held, I think. It's held for a month or I don't know how long. So I don't really pay attention because I actually send money over to my Celsius wallet when I upload the Coinbase and I send it to Celsius to start earning interest every day. So therefore, I wouldn't have noticed the extra money added, especially with the fluctuations in crypto. So I'll go look and then I'll shoot you an email and let you know. I don't know if they're going to give me the name, but hopefully they give the name for it or the name with the person that signed up. But I do know I did receive some BTC from them. So hopefully they credited me with yours. I took profit at 1,800 from Melly. Then I bought back when it dropped to 1293. 1293? Jeez. I missed out on the 1293. I'm at the 13 something, 1340s, I think, somewhere like that. So, wow, great job. LMT is a buy. Exactly. I agree. In case you guys missed that, I agree with him on that too. Lockheed. Yeah. Right. Exactly. 387. Yeah. It's in the range. It's in the range. So all them stocks are good. I can't complain about none of those. None of those. Yes, they trying to scare AMC holders. A big investor sold his position, but I'm still holding too. Yeah. But again, it's easy to hold when you bought it basically the lowest, their 52-week low almost. So it's easy to hold when you're actually still ahead. A lot harder to hold if you'd have bought at 19 or 18. Then it gets kind of dicey. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're an hour and 45 minutes in. Please smash that like button. And if you like what we talk about, please subscribe to the channel. And every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have live streams. So you can come on here, ask any question you want to, and we'll discuss. Also, new video dropping tomorrow for the 305. By some people may know that's Miami. Pre-construction condo, downtown Miami, in the 305. I'm dropping it tomorrow so you guys can find out if, well, you'll know about it. Then you can figure out if you want to invest in it. And remember, the Daniel, the realtor that I told you guys about before, he contacted me 2 days ago and told me, hey, Eric, this might interest you. Check it out. So we're checking it out. All right. Eric, how are you doing the DR monthly payments? Still doing bank wire transfers? Which bank? Yeah. Oh, I use JP Morgan. They charge me $40. There's no way around it. I don't have any property. The only people that you can pay with your bank account or debit or credit card is Noriega Group. That's it. There's I shouldn't say it. There's another group too. It's Noriega. And no, so I'm just wiring money from USA Bank to their bank. That's it. Now, I'm assuming that's what you mean. Yeah, I'm doing bank wires. JP Morgan. In fact, that JP Morgan makes it easy to do, so that's why I use them, and it's $40. I can go to my credit union, and they charge $50, but I have to do it in person for the international. So I was just like, well, I'll just do it online. If that's what you're asking, I think that's what you're asking. Microsoft, always a buy stock. True. I like Microsoft. LMT, it pays a good dividend if you like it. Yep. LMT dividend is right now at this price 2.69%. So there's nothing wrong with that. Use Navy Federal Credit Union, only $14. That's how I made my payments. Are you serious? All right. There goes a gem, ladies and gentlemen. If you buy if you buy pre-construction real estate in Dominican Republic, for instance, or any international place that requires a bank wire, it looks like Navy Federal Credit Union is the way to go. $14. I guess that's what I'll be using from now on because I'm a member of Navy Federal Credit Union. I did not know that. Thanks for dropping that gem, Victor Marrero. Thank you. Because that's what I was complaining about. Whenever I talk with Johan and we're doing this contract stuff, I'm like, hey, man, you need to tell these guys to get it where you can pay like Noriega Group. But now at $14, that beats $40 because basically I was going to have to pay $500 a year just in the fees. That's crazy. So thank you so much, Victor Marrero. That's how my payments are going to go down. Marvel, Tech Stock, there you go. Curtis Davis, thank you for getting me in Marvel. MRVL, let's see, 46. I can't remember my buy entry. But we had a dip here in March, and we have another dip here, and it's rising back up. So still a good time to buy, 0.52. I like that stock. Oh, there we go. FEYE and CrowdStrike. Yes. I think, yeah, I like these. I like these. FireEye, CrowdStrike. I think these have a way to go. I'm not invested in FireEye or CrowdStrike. I do not believe CrowdStrike. Yeah, that was a good time to get this one, but still. I think this has room to roam, personally, both of them. Thank you, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, for mentioning that. Don't get me wrong. You're supporting my Chase salary. I'm just trying to throw you a bone. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much because I was like, man, this $40 is getting kind of crazy. Well, to me, it's $80 because I have 2 units, so it's crazy. I'm like, what the frick? Check out PPC Pilgrim's Pride. Yes, we have. Hopefully this was an SSN portfolio I've been holding for 10 months now. Yes, PPC Pilgrim's Pride was last year. Let me show you this chart. This ought to be interesting. You guys, look at this chart. This is, we can't go that far back. Can't go that far back. Here we go. Yep, here we go. 16, 17, all last year. July, August, September. It was all like, so even if you'd have got in at the 20 marks, 18 marks, you're still 37%. So yeah, food prices are going to go up. Oh, didn't show the chart. Sorry about that, guys. Food prices are going to go up. So naturally, that'll be good. Victor, thanks. Victor Morel, good looking out. Exactly, good looking out. Navy Federal, $14. That's where I'm going to be sending money from now on. Thanks for all the info and gems, fam. CEO of your life. That's what we talk about around here. And that's what he put in there, CEO of your life. That's what you have to do, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're going to start putting in work, remember, you have to continue. There's no finish line. A lot of people talk about there's a finish line. They think, okay, I have the assets, I have the stocks, I have real estate, I have the credit, I have the crypto. They think there's an end. There's no end because you never know. The markets change, technology changes, the way the world works changes. So you never know. You might have to adapt and change yourself. So you always have to study. You always have to be up on things. You just can't zone out. All right? Just keep that in mind. Let's see, Ruby D. Robbie D's in the house. Hey, Eric, back for the Nuggets. Thank you so much for being here, Robbie D. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. I appreciate it. Nice move, PPC, exactly. IP up. That's right. IP's up. The paper. International. MindMed went up recently. Thank you so much for that. Hold on. Let me go to the screen. In case people don't know what we're talking about, Curtis Davis dropping gems. International paper. Look at this. Still rising. Still rising. Still rising. Straight line rising. And at this price point, 3.23%. And sadly, Curtis Davis mentioning IP for the last 2 months. Sadly, haven't bought any because I'm going all over the place, and I write down my notes and then I put them in my bag and then I forget about them and then I don't break them back out. The hazards of going around. But now this is getting out of hand. I've lost all kind of profits. MindMed, penny stock. Where's that? That's not it. EMNE. Let's go. And that's lemonade. Okay. MindMed, I don't know their stock symbol. I don't know. Stock symbol. It's, oh, here we go. MNMD. Penny stock, 1 day drop, but let's go 1 month. Okay. Was $2 a month ago. Not bad, because you mentioned it about a month ago. All right. Is that the psychedelic drugs? Yep, it sure is. Okay. Anybody has a referral link for Navy Fed? Moses Tillman, unfortunately, I'm all out. I'm all out from Navy Federal, unfortunately. Ever since the COVID, I didn't get any new links to sign up people, so I can't help you out. They stopped me. I was trying to help too many people. They were like, oh, no, we can't give you any more. Gino, yes, get on the overalls. Laurel Space. Laurel Space. That'll be interesting. I'm a sucker for those space stocks. You know that. No dividends. Delaware domiciled satellite company. Like it. Yeah, year over year doubled. And then it's just been moving sideways for a minute. But yeah, nothing wrong with Laurel Space. And let me go see the other ones. Probably been sitting idly by doing nothing as well. Let's go check out a lot. Yeah, they've been going down. They had the little bump, but year over year, they also are double. But this little bump from February back down to 9. So they're along the same line. And then the other one is GSAT, $1.50. They're just moving sideways pretty much. 91 cents. Okay, a little increase. All right, we're ahead. We're ahead so far. Okay, we're still good. So that's all right. We're still okay. Unless people bought in the middle of February. Not okay, but still. Long-term plays on the space program. So I'm not mad about that. Good choice, Tanisha Lyles. No zoning out or coasting in 2022. Exactly. Curtis, thanks. Screen sharing. Yeah, we can do that. Buffett left the airline stocks. Yes, he did. OLN, hanging tough. Yes. OLN, weapons. I always say weapons. But they actually have goods and services. So in case of a problem with nature, chlorine, sodium hydroxide, ammunition. Yeah, OLN. I did get an OLN, so I know I'm good over a month ago. So we're doing good. That's going like it's supposed to, especially with weapons. Survival. That's what it's all about. UAL, DAL, LUV, anyone shorting these? No. Not shorting them after the COVID scenario. Can't be done. At least I don't short anyhow, so it doesn't really matter. But anyhow, we're at almost 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen, on the Friday Night Live. Please smash that like button because we got to tell the YouTube algorithm and the YouTube gods that people are actually here watching, participating in the channel. So I want to thank you. All right. So we're almost going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen, on a Friday Night Live. I appreciate you being here. If you have any further questions or want to talk about anything, do so now because you could be anywhere on a Friday night, but you chose to be here. And hopefully we provided some information for you. All right. So we'll find out. And while I forgot all about it. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So SSN Lifestyle. I forgot about mentioning this. There's no website yet. There's no nothing yet, but I have gave teasers on it. And there's going to be a Founders Club. So for some people, the Founders Club, this is going to include a few things. So it's going to be pricey, right? So that means you're going to get people have heard me say this before, so it's nothing new. It's going to be, let's call it 2 years from now. This is what founders are going to receive 2 years from now. Or a year and a half from now, depending. But anyhow, 1 week, of course, in one of my penthouses in Dominican Republic, on the house. I haven't determined if I'm going to allow during prime time or not, but more than likely, because there's only going to be a few founders, I will give prime time because I'm going to make it a restricted amount of founders. So I will be able to possibly give December, not Christmas, not New Year's, not President's Week, no holiday weeks. I doubt if that'll happen. But prime time is December, January, February, March, and April. So in that time frame, all the founders will be able to use the condo, no cost, no nothing. Other than there's going to be cost involved like electricity, all right, because it's expensive in the DR. But as far as that, no cost, you get to stay there for free for a week. There's also going to be another place yet to be determined, which you'll be able to stay 3 nights, 4 days for free. That's just for starters. I'm going to add the founders. I have a little twist that I'm going to do. So you guys know about this is also going to be on the All SSN Lifestyle. I'm going to get some guys. So you guys are familiar with like WeFunder, Indiegogo, Kickstarter, things like that. So we have people who are making products or people who need investment, things like that. So they go to Shark Tank, they go to Dragon's Den, there's a new one coming out as well. I don't know the name of it. So I'm going to have people that want to be giving off a piece of their equity and all this. Well, founders are going to have the first option when this does occur. So we're going to have people coming on live stream. It's not going to be on TV. It'll be on the live stream. It'll be on the Zoom. It'll be on whatever. We'll have multiple of the founders get first dibs. So we can go in and say, okay, we'll invest in this as a group, or you can even do individual, however you want to do it. But the idea is we're going to have people that want to give a piece of their company or try to get investors. So now we're going to be the sharks. People are going to be coming to us, and founders get the first dibs if they want to be in with us. After that, if founders don't want to do, or we don't fund it enough, then we'll open it up to everybody else. We're going to have that too. But founders have first choice. So that's the first three things right there. All right. I'll give you guys some more stuff next week. All right. That's the first three things right there. You guys are going to know. And I still have other things in the works that I do know about, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. All right. SSN Lifestyle coming soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. We're about to wrap this up. Let's go. Okay. CMG or MGM? CMG, Curtis Davis. You're Mr. Financial too, but Chipotle, look, both. I'll just put it that way. Why choose both? Chipotle, I love what they do. And I know Gino Chimiente loves what they do as well. And MGM, welcome back from the dead, Vegas. But now these guys have expanded their roster, so I like MGM as well. Because they're in esports now, online gambling. They're expanding their horizons. I like it. Both. Why pick one? So China banned crypto, but they come with digital currency. They are messed up like the feds. Hey, that's exactly it. It's the people's money. What do you think they're trying to do? That's their point. They're trying to block the people from being able to, come up in life. But China already does that. So no surprise there. Thanks, SSN Nation. Be safe and good night. Thank you so much, Charlie, for being here once again on the Friday Night Live. And I appreciate your support with the icon next to your name. Thank you. Are you telling me I could be at Coco Bongo, Punta Cana tonight instead of being here? Come on. Have to have the priorities straight. That's right. Right. That's right. You could be at Coco Bongo. Hey, if you ever need a DJ, hit me up. Robbie D. We're going to need a DJ, man. That's going to be a mandatory situation. Now we're going to have to find out your credentials because it's SSN Lifestyle. We got to make sure your credentials are on par with what we're trying to do around here. All right? So, yeah, man, I'll be hitting you up. Sounds awesome. SSN, can't wait. Yes, Tanisha Laos, thank you so much. Thanks for that. Thank you, Wilson Koo. Amazing thinking of buying MGM. That's right. Buy MGM. In fact, I might even buy some now that you mentioned it because it's low enough to me. I think they're undervalued at this point. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to wrap this up. Thank you once again for being here on the Friday Night Live. Let's see. Yep, a free week in Punta Cana. That's right, but that's only for the Founders Club. And again, you already know. Look, let me get everybody an expectation here. So if you didn't see the video that I dropped earlier today, I suggest you please watch it because that's the Panorama Gardens penthouse in Vista Cana. And there's a picture. In fact, the picture of the thumbnail is their rendering of what somebody could do in my particular unit, showing the hot tub and the building with the door in it. That's a full bath, a shower, toilet, and sink. All right. The whole building isn't, I don't know why the building's so big because the shower area is not that big. I mean, the bathroom isn't that big, so maybe it's double-sided or something. I don't know, but it's huge. But it's not that big. But they do show the terrace, and they do show the unit itself. It's a 2-bedroom. Each bedroom is a master suite because they each have their own bathroom and closet. So anybody that's sitting in the living room, there's a half bath. Okay? So that's how it goes. And then there's a full bath on the terrace. So there's where people can go up there. That is what people will be staying in if you so choose for a week in Punta Cana at Vista Cana. And in case you don't know about Vista Cana, I suggest you do a little bit of research. And then I'm going to tell you right now. The only nighttime golf course in the Caribbean is going to be at Vista Cana. The only saltwater lagoon for all members of the community is at Vista Cana. The only place that has a full baseball, soccer field, basketball courts, a couple of them, a couple of tennis courts, is at Vista Cana. 18-hole championship golf course will be at Vista Cana. They have restaurants. They have bars. They have a fishing lake, freshwater fishing lake that you can fish in, and it's stocked, and you can take your fish to the restaurant and cook it up. At Vista Cana. This is where Panorama Gardens is. They have a commercial island that they're going to have restaurants, bars, shopping. They have walking trails. They have bicycling trails. Now, hopefully, that's enough. And any founder that's going to be a founder member, yes, it's going to be pricey because, as you know, let's just call it during prime time, I'm anticipating that place to rent for at least $2,000 a week. That's only $300 a night, but that's what I'm anticipating myself. Simply because I have the penthouse unit, that's what I'm charging. I'll just tell you right now. In 2023 money, I might be charging more than $299 because now I know it's going to be prime time. Maybe it'll be $340. Who knows? But the fact of the matter is, founders will have a free week in that condo. If you don't like that condo because the terrace is only 56 square meters, which is still nice, that's the equivalent of almost most one bedrooms at 600 square feet. Then I have my second unit, which is 78 square meter terrace. That's in Primavera 2. It has its own pool. There's only 12 units out front. And it has its own pool, lounge area. And then the terrace is almost 800 square feet. The terrace has an enclosure. So, of course, up there is going to be the same type of nice stuff that's going to be at Punta Cana. Also, since it's in Primavera Residences 2, they also have social areas which have not been designated yet, but so far they have another pool, a game room, a fitness center, things like that in Primavera 2. So you'll have your choice of either one of those two locations. All right, just as a teaser. And in the 3 nights, 4 days, that's going to be different locations around the country, a lot of places. It could be Hawaii, it could be Bahamas, it could be Mexico, it could be Europe for that matter. It's going to be awesome. All right, so no cost once you're a founder. But again, now you're going to understand why there's going to be a high price to be a founder. Okay, who did I miss? I missed somebody because I see said hello, Kareem. So I missed Kareem. Hello, Kareem. Wow, nice to meet you. Greetings from Brazil. All right, I missed Kareem. I don't see the guy's name here. That's interesting. Yes, again, a free week in Punta Cana. That's correct. And free 3 nights, 4 days somewhere else. Could be Miami too, by the way. Hello, Kareem. Thanks, Eric. Smash that like button. Tanisha Laos, thank you so much for mentioning that. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. We'll email you tomorrow. Thank you, Robbie D. Right on. I appreciate that. That extra half bath is a winner. Hell, I don't have that in my place. At least I don't think so. Yeah, Victor Marrero, that's the way I looked at it too. That's one of the reasons why when they told me even though the place isn't big as I would like, I would have loved it to be like 900 square meters. But that actually, because I knew I was renting it, that actually turned it into gold. And along with the terrace, the half bath in the unit where everybody's sleeping in their bedroom, the people can go to the half bath or they can walk upstairs to the terrace for the full bath. So in essence, there's two areas that the people who has a sofa sleeper, they have two areas that they can actually don't have to bother anybody in their bedrooms. They just have to go upstairs if they want to take a bath or shower. Not bath, just a shower, because they're all showers. And then the half bath, they don't have to go in the bedroom or a hallway to use the restroom. So it's a win-win. So that's why when that came up, I was like, sold, where do I get it? That's one of the reasons. But I wish the unit was about 10 or 15% larger. Then it would have been off the charts. So, but it's still off the charts. I'm going to buy MGM after hearing about it tonight. Thank you, Robbie D. Good suggestion. Just remember, it's all about hold. Buy and hold. Add a few tours to the package. You'll be rolling the money. Oh, my. Victor Marrero, you did hear I said there's more, right? Great minds think alike. There's always more, and that is the more. There's going to be a little more, like you mentioned it already. You did say Coco Bongo, remember? You already said it. I just didn't want to release any of that info, but you already said it. So since you said it, that's also going to happen. That's going to be included as well. You got to, hey, let's call it what it is, right? You guys don't understand. I'm really spoiled. I'm really spoiled. So I think of things in the ways how Victor Marrero, I'm pretty sure he's spoiled as well. So if somebody calls you up and they say, hey, Eric, come on down to whatever, I start talking crazy it's crazy to most people, but to me, not crazy. So they say, Eric, come on down. We got you hooked up for the free nights. I'm like, and okay, great. What else? And then they know, okay. We got you your restaurants. We got your valet. We got you hooked up with, $200 or $300 of gift cards or whatever, so you don't have to pay for restaurants. These are the kind of things. That's why I call it SSN lifestyle, because a lot of people don't get to enjoy these extra perks that hotels and resorts and places give out that they don't tell people about, right? So that's one of the little perks. So yeah, there's going to be a little extra package, because while you're there, you got to go have a little fun, right? So you get there, because I'm not paying for the plane, so that costs to get there. And then once you're there, okay, you have a nice place to stay, but now what? Well, how about you going to Coco Bongo? How about you going on a little boat cruise? Yeah, it's going to be wild. It's going to be awesome. Key Militant in the house. Love the info. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here on the Friday Night Live, young gun. Keep doing what you're doing. Add a few tours. It's added. Amazon and talks to buy out MGM. Exactly. Of course they are. How do we shortcut? How do we get in the casino business? How do we get in the esports business? How do we get a casino license? That's what we do, because why? We have billions of dollars. We can do that. We'll be going back to DR in July. Key Militant, right on, man. Are you going to be buying anything in the DR? I mean, are you, I know you're a young gun and all, but is the family or anybody making that move? Trying to get real estate in Dominican Republic. Right on. Well, it's pre-construction, my man. It's all there for you. If you have, you could have good credit, but even then it's going to be, somebody's paying 15% interest right now. They had to put down, I can't remember what he said. I think it was 20% down and 15%. So pre-construction is the way to go. And pre-construction means 10% down in most cases, 0% interest during your payments during the pre-construction before delivery of the unit. Trying to get real estate, it can be done. I'm loving that what else part. Tanisha Lyles. That's right. That's right. You know, Miss Price is Right winner. Not only did she win the car, but they had to give her a little bit of cash as well. So there has to be a little bit else. Can't just be just one simple thing. Try Designer Soapbox on YouTube for Navy Federal. I think she still has one. There we go. Exactly. It's hard. They like I said, they blocked all my referrals. What are my comps, like Atlantic City or Fake? Curtis Davis. Yeah, no comps, man. They're gonna be like they're gonna be like Vegas, man. That's what the comps are gonna be like, not like Atlantic City. How do I get into SSN Lifestyle? Robbie D. It's not out yet. I'm just giving you a teaser based on. It's gonna be what do you call when you put something out? Just like pre-construction. So it's going to be the same sort of thing. It's just going to be Founders Club first. Also, other people will be able to sign up also. And again, it's going to be like an affiliate marketing so people can make money. I gave out another teaser last week where, let me put it to you another way as well. If most of the time, let's just say I send somebody to Amazon. In this case, you're having people sign up in SSN, but it's the same sort of concept. You're sending people, they sign up in SSN or you sign up in Amazon. When you get paid for that product one time, most of the time it's one time, right? You buy a product, it's one-time payment. Now people are going to pay a monthly payment. Like I said, it's probably going to be like $19.99 a month just because that's what it is. So you get paid one time, which is cool, but in my eyes, not cool, because a lot of times you spend time, energy, and effort to get somebody to spend their money or sign up into something. So the amount of time, energy, and effort you spent, you're not rewarded for, except that one-time payment. So the one-time payment could be $50, right? Let's just say. So after that, you got to sign up more people, right? So I have the new concept. The new concept is I'm going to have it where, sure, you're not going to be able to just sign up one person, but, you know, it might be something minor, 2 people or something. But if you get to sign up 2 people and then they stay with the company, then you still are going to get paid money. Every month you're going to receive commission because you actually took time, energy, and effort to sign up. In this case, I look at it as the company is saying, thank you very much. You signed up people who are actually participating. Why should you not still get paid some money for doing that, right? Here's the kicker. So let's just say you signed up people and then you say, well, I don't want to be in this no more. You're still going to get a check, because those other people are still involved. So that means you're still getting a check because thank you very much. You signed up people to help them be a better person, better financially, and other things that are going to be happening with SSN Lifestyle. So it's not like a normal situation where you go, you know what, I'm tired of this. I don't want to do it no more. And then they say, well, since you don't want to work with us no more, you're shut off. I'm not doing it that way. All right, a little bit different twist, and there's going to be reasons why we're not going to do it that way, because I don't think it's right. When people reverse this around, where people sign up like affiliate marketing, network marketing, all in the same vein. What I don't really like is somebody could sign up, you know, like let's call it 20 people, and then the person's making all this money. Then the company says, well, you know, we're going to change the rules. Or we're not going to pay you anymore for this. And then people say, you know what, I'm pissed off. And I brought like 100 people to you. And now you're not paying me what I thought I should get paid. And so they quit. Meanwhile, the people that they brought in there stay in the company. And the company keeps all their money. I'm not doing it that way. If you got fed up and you quit, that's fine. You're still getting paid because you brought in all this organization, help people out, spent your time, energy, and effort. You're still getting a check. That's how it's going to work, okay? Let's call it what it is. This is no more siphoning off of wealth. This is SSN Lifestyle. We're making sure people are taken care of. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar with Coco Bongo, Google it and you'll see what it means to party like there is no tomorrow. My wife and I went and we couldn't keep up. Oh, that definitely is going to happen. That is definitely going to happen. Fun times ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, yes, back in the day, you win the Lamborghini or the Corvette, but you pay the taxes. That's it exactly, Curtis Davis. That was how it goes. Teaser. That's right, Tanisha Lyles. You should do an SSN investment group. Alicia James. That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. Unfortunately, the way I'm going to set it up is I'm rewarding the people who are going to be in the Founders Club first because they're going to be spending more than anybody else that's coming into the organization. So there will be an investment group, and that's what I was saying. We're all going to be able to be on the calls when we do this. But the thing is, the founders are the first ones that get to say yay or nay, because there comes a point when you say, okay, somebody might say, I want, let's say $20,000. All right. So we might say, we might say, okay, who wants to do this to the founders? The founders might say, you know what? We all together, the founders come and say, we'll all put in, let's call it 10,000 all together. That means there's 10,000 left. But at the same time, the founders could say, we'll just do the 20 grand together. So that means everybody else, you're out in the cold. That's going to be one of the perks of being a founder, that you have first choice on these investment deals. Then if it doesn't fully do the 100, then we'll just say, okay, everybody else who wants to get in, this is the amount you need to get in. And then we'll give you the percentage that you received. So that's what we're going to do. But it's going to be similar to that. And there are some other things that I'm putting together. So I might as well, there isn't going to be an SSN. I can't say it actually. Because like I said, there's people that watch and I got some things that I can't really talk about. Alicia James, thank you so much for that. That's what we're doing. But not what you're talking about. SSN investment group, like what other people do, where they're put together the group and then they may invest in stocks or show charts and things like that. That would take a little bit of time consuming, but I don't actually do that type of SSN investment. That's not what we're having. Hey, Eric, did you have 5 sports cars parked in front of club back in the day? Curtis Davis, no, I did not, but that's funny as hell. I'm going to tell you what I had parked in the front of a club. Here's what I had parked in front of the club. It's very funny. Here's the story. You guys, I guess I can give another story. When I used to go to clubs and used to party and do all this, you guys already know the story where I actually I was in the car business, so to speak. So I had cars at my disposal. So what I would do is I would go to the back lot. I would walk outside. I would find the worst car. Yeah, I was the opposite. I would find the worst car, that the worst looking car out there. That's what I would grab to go to the club. So that's what I had. So I'm going to tell you guys the story, because this used to be my thing. So I'd go to the club. I'd pull up in the front, just like you're saying, right? Not to park my car, but just to pull up in the front. People are standing in line. And of course, they're all looking like, oh, man, this guy's, what the hell's he doing? He's got this jacked up looking car. He surely ain't coming in this club. But, yeah, I got the clothes, though, right? So I got the clothes. But the car I'm driving, oh, it's jacked up. It's not new. It's not even 2-3 years old. It's like 5 to 10 years old. And nothing special about it. I'm pulling up in the front like I'm supposed to pull up, like if I had a Lambo. And I get out, talk to the bouncer dudes, and then I just get back in my car, drive off, and go park. So now I'm walking up, and I don't get in line, and that's the funniest part. So I don't stand in line, I don't do nothing, I just walk up to the front, the guys let me go in. People come in the club, and they're just like, who are you? You just rolled up in that jacked up ride, and then you went straight in the club. We had to wait out here 30, 40 minutes. I said, see, that's the problem. Things often aren't what they look like. But yeah, no, that wasn't me with all the rides parked up front. Now, my friends, on the other hand, they like doing the showboating. Teaser. Yeah, they're the ones that liked it, doing the showboating. Not me. Coco Bongo is it. Been there twice. DJ'd a wedding there. Oh, Robbie D's in the DR. Right on, man. Okay. Robbie D might be up to task. He's giving us some feedback on Coco Bongo. All right. That means he's legit. Curtis and SSN Nation for life. Moms Davis, welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Glad you can make it. Thank you so much for your support with the icon next to your name. That's how you roll. That's how I roll, man. That's how I roll. Yeah, it's very interesting when it comes to men and women dynamics, right? So that was one of my little pet peeves all the time. Quite frankly, I'll get back to the club. Let's talk about ladies and gentlemen and men and women, right? So the whole purpose of me rolling up in the beat up, well, I wouldn't say beat up. I'll just say ordinary car, because it was never beat up. It was just one of those cars that everybody was like a Hyundai or something, right? They're all like, okay, he's driving just like an ordinary car, nothing special. So now all the women, of course, they're like, oh, okay, because I hate to say it, but women look at the car you drive for some strange reason. So that automatically, that's in California, that's a thing. I mean, in most states now, that's a thing. But people look at the vehicle you drive means some sort of something. So that automatically mean, to me, that eliminated all the gold diggers ain't going to want to talk to me. So that immediately squashed any of that nonsense, because they were all like, okay, he ain't, you know, if I come up in the Lambo or something, of course, now all of a sudden I'm this guy. But I'm driving up in this nondescript nothing. So that was one of the reasons why I do it. Now, the second part to the story is I told you I go to the bouncer, but here's what would happen. It's almost like I would do a study. So now I'm walking, not standing at the back of the line. I'm walking up to the front of the line. Of course, being a young man, outgoing, I'd see some beautiful women. And what do you do if you're a young man that can speak to women? You talk. So while I'm walking, I see beautiful women. I'm like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? And then right then and there, because they saw what car I'm driving, some of them would be like, I can't talk to you, whatever. Some others would be like, yeah, how you doing? It's cool. What are you doing? And, you know, what's any other parties tonight? Whatever. So they'd be cool, right? 2 or 3 would be cool. I'd take a note. Okay, them 2 or 3 were cool. And then I'd look at the line. They're like 20 minutes back. I'd keep walking up, talk to some other girls. They'd be like, Some girls would be like, yeah, okay, cool. What's up? And what's your name? What's going on? Okay. And then I get up to the front. I tell the bouncer, hey, man, I got to bring in like 5 girls with me. They're like, all right. So I go back. All the girls that were cool, I get them out of line. And I'd be like, you ain't got to sit in line for 30 minutes, 45 minutes tonight. You coming in with me. And then, of course, as I'm walking by, the other girls who said, nah, he ain't nothing, I'd just be laughing. We in. You got to stay 45 minutes. Sorry. That's how I rolled. So no Lambos up front. Curtis Davis. All right. I drive a 1999 Honda Passport, but trust me, it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter. Exactly. Right on, Robbie D. Yeah, it's all about that. But yeah, when I used to go to clubs, it was never about the cars. It was always about the interesting things. All right. So I guess since I talk about clubs, I guess I'll give it. Most people know the story already, but I can't think of any. I'll give a different story this time. So my friend, I told you guys before that I did some nightclub stuff with a friend of mine. His initials was JET, so it made it look like Jet Magazine, and I can't remember the name of my company, but anyhow, it might have been Kaboom Entertainment, but. Jet Magazine and Kaboom Entertainment, we throw parties at the nightclubs. And once again, Victor Marrero, perks. Remember I told you guys about the nightclub stuff where I'd always have like the food. I would have free food. I would have like, back in the day, we had CDs and all that. I would have all that from artists given to me, from my friend Jay, who you guys know on the channel, from Club Nouveau, Warner Brothers, he was signed with. So I'd have like, Christopher Williams, everybody on Prince, everybody on Warner Brothers. I would have their albums, plus the ones from Club Nouveau and all them guys. New Choice, some other guys. He would give me the CDs for free, and then when people come into my club for our parties, I'd give away free CDs. I'd give away free all kind of stuff, and food's free too. All for, even, this is incredible, right? So let's say it costs $10 to get in a club. We have the DJ, we have free food, we have gifts, free raffles, eating at the restaurants on the river, all this stuff just for your $10. You had a shot on the raffles, all that when the people came in. So needless to say, you know who's coming to our parties. Everybody. So that was one of the things with the parties that I did. So you guys know about that. So that's the kind of stuff we used to do. Oh, and the end of the story is my friend's going to have a party. J-E-T's having a party. He had a penthouse downtown. So we had the party started with only about 15 people. Well, back in the day, just all it took was 2 people to say, hey, you know that guy Jet and that guy Kaboom Entertainment, they got a penthouse downtown and they're having a party. So the penthouse downtown has gates around it. And the gates are about 7 feet high, 8 feet high, and it's homeowners, and you have to buzz yourself in. It's crazy. So if people are from Sacktown, it's at P Street and Highway 5. And people found out about the penthouse. So we're up there, and it's about an hour. We're having fun. All of a sudden, 3 people knock on the door. The 3 people that knock on the door, we know like one of them. But the other 2 was like, man, it took us like 15 minutes to get in here. And we're like, what are you talking about? You can't get in here. There's gates and all this other stuff. They're like, yeah, we jumped the gate. So we're like, okay, this isn't good, but all right, fine. Come to find out, after those guys come up, all of a sudden, we go downstairs to find out what the hell's going on about these 2 or 3 dudes jumping the gate. Next thing we know, we have about 20 people trying to jump the gate. Literally 20 people trying to jump the gate. And the next thing we know, there's like 3 or 4 carloads of people coming asking about, do you know where this Jet party is? We were just like, oh my God. So now people jump the gate, people knocking on the door. Other homeowners are like, what the hell's going on? People are up on our terrace. It was out of control, but it was hella fun. So another story you guys got out of me. All right, we're going to wrap this up. Going to wrap it up. All about relationships. That's it. Curtis, you a boss. Exactly. That's how he rolls. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up tonight. Thank you so much for being here. And again, please share the videos. Please watch any of the videos. You can search for all kind of things on the YouTube channel that we have. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why assets, no liabilities in 2021. We're trying to obtain them all, and assets pay us, just like the headline says. Credit, real estate, stocks, crypto, gold, and silver. You got to get them all. 2021 if you can. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.